All right, 8:07 is the time in the morning. So, conversations such as these need critical thinkers. They need technocrats, experts. And yes, exactly. On the line, we have Honorable Tutwa Ngulube. Honorable Ngulube, welcome to the program and good morning.
Good morning. How are you, current listeners, and how is Kabwe Central this morning?
Kabwe Central is okay, and we're glad to have you. And obviously, the debate, the conversation around the constitutional issues. First of all, Honorable Ngulube, let's first of all get the provision as far as new ministries are concerned. When the president, either he merges or he brings in new ministries, what does the constitution say in that far as that provision and the president's power when it comes to new ministries, either merging them or bringing in new ministries?
So I've heard the discussion around the area. You remember in 2016 when President Lungu formed the new ministry, the Ministry of Religious Affairs and National Guidance, and I think two other ministries. We went to Parliament approved, and then later on the ministries became effective. I don't think myself that the president has violated any provision of the Constitution, because the provision in the Constitution says subject to approval by the National Assembly. Right? So the president can create a ministry pending Parliament approving. The president can appoint ministers pending, approval by the National Assembly. So the issue here is, if you look at Article 116 and Article 117 of the Constitution does not say that the president cannot appoint a minister to a ministry that has not yet been ratified by Parliament. There is no such a clause in 116 and 117. And I recall very well myself that in 2016, the same happened. The PF created the Ministry of Religious Affairs. And the motion was brought to Parliament, we debated it, and we passed it. And if you heard what the president did yesterday, the president advised these ministers who have been appointed and sworn in not to report for work until, Parliament approves or ratifies their ministry. So meaning that the president is cautious, is aware that there is a provision of the law that requires that these ministries be approved by Parliament. So I do not want to agree with Mr. John Sanga, because Mr. John Sanga has made a very alarming statement that the president has breached the Constitution. The president has not breached the Constitution per se. The president has taken steps, and now Parliament must ratify. The job of Parliament is to ratify. In fact, when the matter comes up in Parliament, there is very little debate. There is even just a few comments that people may make, and then eventually the UPND have more MPs. Also go ahead and pass it.
Honorable Ngulube, Mr. Sangwa's argument is mostly in relation to swearing in. He says you cannot swear in an individual to a ministry that doesn't exist. It is illegal. The oath they have taken is therefore null and void and has no effect, he said. Maybe clarity on that one as well.
So first of all, the power to appoint ministers lies with the president. The power to swear in ministers lies with the president. The president has appointed ministers and has sworn them in. The only thing that needs to be done now is for Parliament, when they start sitting next week Tuesday. I know on Friday, tomorrow, the president will open Parliament officially. Next week Tuesday, the MPs will start debating the presidential speech, and probably Wednesday, when they debate motions, Parliament will start debating the motion. I don't think there is any violation, in my understanding as a lawyer. The violation would have been if the president does not have power to appoint, and if the president does not have power to do what? To swear in. The president has power to appoint and has power to do what? To swear in. So you can't say that he has breached the Constitution by swearing in ministers. So it's a question, yes, there might be an irregularity. It might be irregular, but not illegal. Because an irregularity is not an illegality.
Let's explain that. Let's explain for us. Sorry to cut you short. Can you clarify on that? The difference between irregular and illegal.
Yes, so when there's an irregularity, it can be corrected. It can be regularized. When there's an illegality, it is now and void. You have broken the law, it must be reversed. And also, John Sangwa says that the president must conduct a fresh swearing-in ceremony. There is nowhere in the law where the president is told to re-swear the people that he swore in. All we need to do, all that needs to be done is to allow President Hakainde Hichilema to send to Parliament the proposed ministries and the names of the proposed ministers, and Parliament will ratify. That is all. So nothing will change. In fact, when Parliament ratifies, they will even create a seat with this Minister of Technology and whatever will sit here, because the President has power to merge ministries or split them. And remember, the only part of the Constitution that we needed to deal with was the part that gives the President making two provinces. That one Parliament must first say yes. Okay? And you remember we had Bill number 10. And these are some of the problems we spoke about when we were addressing issues in Bill number 10. We were saying, look, this President and his hands are tied to Parliament. Some of these things he might fail to work, because you cannot have a President that everything he does, he must go and ask, can I do this? Everything he wants to do, can I do this? And at the end of the day, the Constitution is not so clear. That's why I'm saying that the President has not violated the Constitution. He has not breached the Constitution, because the Constitution does not say the President cannot appoint a minister or swearing a minister to a ministry that doesn't exist. Or the President should not swear in ministers until Parliament has approved the ministry. The Constitution is silent. And that is why we are saying there is nothing illegal with what the President did. It was an irregularity, which he quickly corrected by saying, stop coming for work until this thing is approved by Parliament, which I feel myself was a step taken by the President to correct the irregularity that was done.
So,
and in fact, anyone who is agreeing to this decision can even go to court. So let me seek the interpretation of the Constitutional Court. So, whether what the President did was illegal.
Honorable Ngulube, is there any basis again for those that are calling for impeachment? Like, now the impeachment processes have to take effect? I don't know. You need to guide us, because it seems in this country we are so quick to pronounce certain words like impeachment.
First of all, I want to declare interest as a lawyer that has been a PF lawyer all along. And I hear arguments from UPND and UPND lawyers, so I want to speak now as a firm, independent lawyer.
Please.
Impeachment of the President does not just happen because the President has made a mistake. Impeachment of the President is a very serious step. It means you want to kick the President out of State House, or drag him out of State House because he is not respecting the Constitution. If the President refused to get the people and the names to Parliament for ratification, would have said that he has breached the Constitution and let him be impeached. But so far, there is nothing showing that the President must leave State House. There is nothing to show that if the President is not impeached, the Constitution will not be respected. There is nothing.
Right.
So allow President H to continue working. It's a learning curve. And me, I mentioned last time when I mentioned people thought I was bad. I said he's a new President. He needs to be given time to make mistakes so that he can learn. He needs to be given time to consult. Today, we cannot afford to have every president that comes in is threatened with impeachment. He will never be free. He will end up making more mistakes than what he is supposed to do. So for now, I think all those calling for the impeachment of the president are wasting their time, because there is no clear provision of the Constitution they can point to and say he has violated this clause of the Constitution. President H right now has made steps to correct that error by saying the ministers should not go to the offices, meaning that he has actually reversed the mistake. He has said, let Parliament do this, and I think I was listening, he even said it might take a few days to be done, saying that the President has not blatantly ignored the provisions of the Constitution.
All right. Seemingly, Honorable, finally, as we let you go, there's been noise around, or there's been debate, let me just reverse that. There's been debate around the President swearing in ministers in the newly created ministries. Yet, we've not heard anyone debate the renaming of certain ministries. No one has debated the merging of certain ministries, because we know that education has been merged from, we had general and we had higher. So now that is one. And there are other ministries that have been...
Religion removed.
Yet there's no debate there. But what does the Constitution say in terms of renaming of ministries?
Yes, so what we have done in our constitution is we have given the president power to put ministries together or to split them. And if you have seen what President Church has done, he has reduced from 30 to 24. Right?
Yeah.
So he has actually indicated clearly that, look, all these ministries that he has touched, the ministers should not go for work. What that means is that Parliament must approve, we must allow, because this is a house that will be passing the budget to send money to these ministries to go and work. So as far as I'm concerned, all the people's attention, the only attention is on the new ministries. But they are forgetting that the power to merge, to split, and to create new ministries, all the three powers are given to the president and not Parliament. When they say subject to Parliament, Parliament will just do its job of checks and balances. But the ultimate power still lies with the president and not with Parliament. People must not mistake Parliament as having power to create ministries. No. Or having power to make ministries. The power still remains with the president.